Have you ever felt that little twist in your stomach right after you've said yes to something you really didn't want to do? It's a feeling so many of us know all too well. We often think that being agreeable and always available is the key to being liked and valued. We believe that saying yes makes us a good friend, a dedicated employee, or a supportive family member. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful and kindest words you can learn to use is actually no? It might sound a bit scary or even a little bit selfish at first, but it is truly a magic word. It is a word that holds the key to protecting your own precious energy, your time, and your happiness. Saying no is not about rejecting other people or pushing them away. It's actually about making space for yourself. It's about honoring your own needs and listening to that quiet inner voice that knows what's best for you. Think of it as building a lovely, cozy little fence around your own well-being. This fence isn't there to keep everyone out forever, but to give you a safe space where you can rest, recharge, and just be yourself without feeling completely drained. When you start to see no as an act of self-care rather than an act of negativity, everything begins to shift in the most wonderful way. You start to realize that you are just as important as everyone else. Imagine your energy is like a jug of water. Every time you say yes to something, you pour a little bit of that water out. If you keep pouring and pouring without ever stopping to refill your own jug, you will eventually find yourself completely empty. There will be nothing left for you, and very little left to genuinely give to others. Learning to say no is your way of keeping your jug full. It allows you to choose where you pour your energy, making sure you save enough for the things that truly light you up and bring you joy. It is the ultimate form of self-preservation in a world that constantly asks for more of you. This simple two-letter word is a declaration that you matter. It's a quiet revolution against the pressure to constantly be doing, achieving, and pleasing everyone around you. It's about giving yourself permission to pause and check in with how you are truly feeling before you commit. When you embrace the power of saying no, you are not closing doors to opportunities or relationships. Instead, you are opening a door to a much deeper and more honest relationship with yourself. It's a journey back to your own happy place, where your peace and happiness are the top priority, as they should be. So many of us find ourselves stuck in what I like to call the yes trap. It's a place where the fear of letting someone down or the worry about what others might think of us becomes so loud that it drowns out our own needs. This often comes from a really lovely place, a deep desire to be helpful and kind. We don't want to cause any conflict or disappoint the people we care about. The problem is, when yes becomes your automatic response to every single request, you slowly start to lose pieces of yourself. Your own dreams, your hobbies, and even your moments of quiet rest get pushed to the side to make room for everyone else's priorities. The downside of this constant people-pleasing is that it can lead to some really tough feelings. You might start to feel a sense of resentment bubbling up, even towards people you love. You might feel overwhelmed, stretched too thin, and completely exhausted by the sheer weight of all your commitments. This can lead to burnout, where you feel emotionally and physically drained, unable to cope with the demands of everyday life. Living in the yes trap means you are constantly running on empty, trying to be everything to everyone, which is an impossible task for any human being. It's simply not a sustainable way to live a happy life. Let's think about some real-life examples where this pressure feels intense. A friend asks you to help them move on your only free weekend in a month. Your boss asks you to take on yet another project, even though your plate is already overflowing. A family member expects you to host a big dinner when you're feeling unwell and just need to rest. In these moments, the guilt can feel immense. We tell ourselves stories like, "A good friend would help," or "A dedicated employee would say yes." But these stories are not always true. A good friend also understands when you need to rest, and a good workplace respects your boundaries. Breaking free from this cycle starts with understanding that your worth is not measured by how much you do for other people. You are inherently valuable just as you are. You deserve to have your own time, to pursue your own interests, and to protect your own peace of mind. The yes trap keeps you busy, but it doesn't necessarily keep you happy. Escaping it means taking a brave step towards choosing what is genuinely right for you in each moment, not what you think you should be doing. It's about trading the temporary approval of others for your own long-term happiness and well-being. When you start to get comfortable with saying no, something truly magical begins to happen. You start to feel a sense of empowerment and a boost in your own self-confidence. Each time you kindly but firmly set a boundary, you are sending a powerful message to yourself. My feelings matter. My time is valuable. I am in charge of my own life. This isn't about being difficult or selfish. It's about having a healthy respect for yourself. This newfound confidence will start to shine through in all areas of your life, making you feel stronger and more capable of handling whatever comes your way. It's a beautiful feeling of being in the driver's seat of your own life. One of the most surprising benefits of setting boundaries is that it can actually improve your relationships with others. It might seem counterintuitive, but when you are clear about your limits, people know where they stand with you. This creates a foundation of honesty and respect. Your friends and family will learn that when you do say yes, you mean it with your whole heart. Your yes becomes more valuable because it is genuine, not given out of obligation or guilt. This leads to deeper, more authentic connections, where people appreciate the real you, not the version of you that is trying to please everyone all the time. Think about the sheer joy of having a weekend with absolutely nothing planned, a blank canvas for you to paint with whatever you feel like doing. Maybe it's reading a book in the garden, going for a long walk in nature, or simply doing nothing at all. When you say no to the things that drain you, you create space for these moments of pure bliss. You give yourself the gift of time, which is one of the most precious resources we have. This freedom allows you to reconnect with your passions and rediscover what brings you true happiness, rather than just filling your days with endless obligations for others. Ultimately, learning to say no is an act of self-love. It is about being your own best friend and your own greatest protector. It gives you the power to design a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. You'll find that you have more energy, more creativity, and more joy to share with the world when you are coming from a place of fullness. The happiness that comes from living authentically, in line with your own values and needs, is a deep and lasting joy. It's about creating your own happy place, one gentle no at a time. So, how do we actually do it? How do we say no with confidence and kindness, without feeling like we're letting someone down? The key is to be simple, clear, and honest. You don't need to give a long, elaborate excuse. Often, a simple and polite refusal is more than enough. You can try phrases like, "Thank you so much for thinking of me, but I won't be able to make it," or "That sounds lovely, but I have other commitments." Another gentle approach is to say, "I need to check my calendar and get back to you." This gives you a moment to pause and decide without pressure. It's also helpful to remember that no is a complete sentence. You don't always owe anyone a detailed explanation for your decision. If you feel you want to offer a reason, keep it brief and focused on your own needs. For example, if a friend asks you out for dinner when you're exhausted, you could say, "I'd love to see you, but I'm feeling really tired and need a quiet evening at home. Could we reschedule for next week?" This shows that you value the person and the relationship, but you are also honoring your need for rest. It offers a positive alternative while still maintaining your boundary. Practicing is the best way to build your confidence. Start with small, low-stakes situations. Maybe you say no to an extra task at work that isn't urgent, or you decline a social invitation that you're not excited about. Each time you practice, it will get a little bit easier. You will start to notice that the world doesn't fall apart when you put yourself first. In fact, you'll likely feel a sense of relief and pride. Be patient and compassionate with yourself on this journey. It's like building a new muscle. It takes time and consistent effort, but you will get stronger with every try. Remember, this is your life. You are the one who gets to decide how you spend your time and energy. Letting go of the need to please everyone is one of the most liberating things you can do for yourself. It's about choosing a life that feels authentic and joyful to you. Saying no is not about shutting people out. It's about letting your true self in. It's about creating a life filled with intentional choices and genuine happiness. So go on, be brave, start practicing today, and watch as your own happy place begins to blossom right before your eyes. You absolutely deserve it.